Good evening, folks, and welcome back, everybody. This is Mr. PCS, and you're watching the webcast that does secondhand shopping with a Tinseltown touch. This is TSR, and tonight, 'tis a prime night for some Carpool Karaoke. It's time to settle back, fire up a color TV app on your smartphone, if that even exists, and watch the pictures and hear the terrible singing as it all flies through the air, right here and now on the Thrift Store Rundown, bringing Hollywood home on a budget. And yeah, I am paying homage to the first host of CBS's Late Late Show, the late, great Tom Snyder. The first, and in my opinion, the best. But now on to the item at hand. Karaoke has long been a beloved staple for long days in the car on the road and equally long nights on the town, preferably in a bar. It was only a matter of time before one person, a certain James Corden, turned this beloved pastime in American culture into a viral sensation and an Emmy Award-winning phenomenon. Now, it's been turned into a condensed home game that's 100 miles per hour of fun, without actually leaving home. This is the Carpool Karaoke game officially licensed by the Late Late Show, or else you wouldn't see James Corden on the bots, and designed by Prospero Hall, which also designed the Elf Christmas game that I reviewed for my Christmas in New York special. It's distributed by Big G Creative of, Antioch, Tennessee. This game is for 3 or more players ages 12 and up, and should take you about 30 minutes to play. For gameplay demonstration and explanation, and of course, terrible seating, we turn now to TTPM Toy Reviews.
We've got even more fun games for you to play, so click subscribe below to check them out. In this game, you can have up to 4 individual players or 4 teams of players ages 12 and up. And each player/team will represent a city: London, Sydney, New York, and Los Angeles. There's a dashboard-style spinner and scorekeeper, and everybody's city-themed speedometer starts at 0. The goal is to get it to 20 by scoring 20 points. In order to score points, you've got to spin the spinner and do what it says. Yes, singing will be involved. If you spin Sing It, you choose an opposing player to duel with. Both of you perform a chosen song in the style listed on the card.
Gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.
So much to do, so much to see. What's wrong with taking the Backstreet Boys?
A player from a different team acts as judge and picks the winner, who will then score 4 points. Work It is another head-to-head challenge where 2 players have to perform a chosen song and incorporate the theatrics listed on the card.
Take my hand and we'll
I don't know the lyrics to this song.
Oh, living on a prayer.
A judge picks the winner, who scores 3 points. The Guess It category doesn't require singing, but it is also a head-to-head challenge. Be the first player to correctly answer the multiple choice question on the card and win 2 points.
Jim got the answer in first, and that is Shy.
If you spin Rocket, you don't pick a card. Instead, everyone performs the chosen song together, and all players/teams score 1 point. To help you out with the singing challenges, the back of the instruction booklet lists 50 great karaoke songs for you to choose from. You'll also need access to a music app or streaming service to play your songs. Another element of the gameplay is the Share It token. Each team can only play their token once per game, and what this does is challenge one of the performing players to share their performance on social media for an extra 3 points. Players are encouraged to take pictures and video with #CarpoolKaraokeGame. Don't worry if you're not really into singing and performing. The game gives you the option of playing a Guess It challenge even if you've spun Sing It or Work It. Speaking of spinning, I do wish the spinner spun a little better. But fans of The Late Late Show with James Corden will really enjoy bringing the singing fun into their homes. Yes, the instructions say you can play in the car, but if you're the one driving, please be careful. This game adds a competitive element that's different from the TV segment, and we like that it also combines singing and performance with music trivia.
I picked this up for $4.99. And really, their demonstration video was so thorough that it makes my job easier just to show you the components of the game and to give you my thoughts on it. And I want to apologize on their behalf for the atrocious group seating. Anyway, here you have your spinner. Yeah, which really should spin smoothly, but doesn't. Oh well. You have your speedometers here. LA, New York, Sydney, and London, which also serves as your scorekeepers. Set all of them to 0 because the goal is to get to 20 points in 30 minutes or less. As for the spinner here, you have whack it, guess it, work it, seed it. This is your instruction pamphlet, and really again, TTPM always does a thorough job at explaining all the rules and demonstrating the toys and the games that I have here on my channel, so I really don't need to explain the rules here. But you know what, it is worth rehashing, if only to say that this is one of the more attractively designed instruction pamphlets for any game I ever purchased, whether from a late night talk show or any other show for that matter. The challenge categories are again Seen It, Work It, Guess It, and Whack It, each with a different point value, the highest point value being the toughest challenge, Seen It. You have your tokens here. These are your share it tokens, still in their Ziploc packaging. So yeah, this game has never been opened before. So, Los Angeles, of course, bringing Hollywood home on a budget is always the name of the game here. New York, Sydney, Australia, and London, England. And then finally, the all-important challenge cards. 2 decks, both still wrapped in their shrink wrap packaging. For example, sing a song in the style of Adam Sandler. That's Seen It, that is worth 4 points. Work It Best Superman moves into the song. That is Work It, that's 3 points. And a Guess It game, which is optional if you don't want to Seen It or Work It. But remember, you can only get away with doing Guess It challenges so long until you have to get singing or working it if you want to win the game. This is really the safest bet. Miley Cyrus feels a little out of place in Party in the USA because it's so hard with my girls not around me. It's definitely not a blank party. I'm gonna say Nashville, even though I don't much care for Miley Cyrus. I could be wrong. Correct me. Anyway, another deck here. The backside shows singing a song in the style of Mariah Carey. Working your best diva moves into the song. Hey, these 2 challenges would make a great challenge working together in tandem, because Mariah Carey is one of the hottest divas out there. And here's a multi-choice trivia question for Guess It. Which artist asked Apple CEO Tim Cook to correct the way that Siri pronounced their name? That I have no clue. Oh, look at that. For the answers to the multi-choice trivia questions here, the Guess It questions, you have them here on this side of the card, like the Carpool Karaoke side with the design from the box. So it would be the X Factor here for a multi-choice question. And Gordon Ramsay? He's a chef. He ain't no singer. Then again, you get people of all kinds on the Late Late Show. My favorite iteration of the Late Late Show, again, was with Tom Snyder. He was formerly of The Tomorrow Show on NBC, and did a good stint on CNBC with his own talk show before moving to CBS and hosting the Late Late Show for a good number of years. As a matter of fact, every year on my birthday, I go to the old YouTube channel, I believe TS Show, and binge watch old Tom Snyder clips. The great Tom Snyder at his best. And then he moved on to Craig Kilborn, and then, of course, the infamous Craig Ferguson. There you go. By the way, I do own Celebrity Name Game with Craig Ferguson as the host. You want to check that out? You can search my channel, or I'll leave a link below. Anyway, elevate the fun a few octaves with an unforgettable game of musical mayhem. Grab your phone, warm up your voice, and challenge your friends in Carpool Karaoke duets. 4 ways to flaunt your style. Say it, rock it, guess it. You can play at home or play in the car, but make sure that if you're playing and driving, you do it safely. Again, this is from the hit show, The Late Late Show with James Corden. Sometimes I suit late night folks, which is what accounts for my assistant moaning and groaning. Sorry. This requires your favorite app, music streaming service, or some karaoke machine, anything to see the lyrics for the songs that you'll be singing. And again, they do give you a good list of songs to try out in the back of this instruction pamphlet. 50 great karaoke songs which span generations. I mean, Journey, Backstreet Boys, Smash Mouth, Beyonce, Adele, Neil Diamond, Britney Spears, the Jackson 5, Cardi B, Alanis Morissette. Even a couple of songs from Disney films like Mulan, Aladdin, Frozen, just to name a few. So I'd say, whether on the road or at home, you'll definitely want to take a deep dive into Carpool Karaoke. 5 out of 5 claps. Bad singing may ensue, but good times are to come with this. Back again next Saturday night. Same time, same channel. Thanks for watching, drive safely on the way home, and sing well and sleep tight, North America. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching TSR. Now, to see another awesome review like this one, click here. If you want to become a Hollywood bargain hunter, click here to subscribe. And I'll catch you on the thrift side.